Earlier as part of the protesters, and then standing around here, the perimeter, you could walk up right up to the gate for the first few hours this morning, and now it's under considerably more tight security. The people being released are those that are facing lesser charges. People with more serious criminal offenses are being processed in court in about an hour's time. Peter?
All right, John, I want to clarify two things. We saw in the video that you shot the police firing what looked like a weapon, or clearly was a weapon, at the protesters. There's been a difference of opinion as to what they were firing. Was it rubber bullets, or was it some kind of paint spray situation? What do you know?
Well, we have not been able to confirm rubber bullets. In fact, I don't think that's very likely under the circumstances here. It wasn't a huge crowd. It wasn't a tremendously violent situation. It was pushing and shoving. There were two large puffs of smoke. We believe that it was tear gas, certainly based on how quickly the crowd dispersed. It may well have been a tear gas, maybe some kind of smoke bomb, but it certainly wasn't any kind of live fire situation going on here. And as I say, the crowd dispersed almost immediately after the firing, those two puffs of smoke, those two explosions going up there. So tear gas certainly can't be ruled out at that point.
All right.
The Toronto police may have to defend their actions during the G20 summit in court. Natalie Gray, an environmental activist from BC, is suing the force. Neil Kuchsel joins me now with more. And so, Neil, what is the basis of Gray's suit? And she says she's got the pictures to prove it, right?
And we're going to show you those pictures in just a second. But just to remind people, this is where it all went down, where Natalie Gray was. This is the detention center where a lot of the protesters were taken in the aftermath of those Saturday G20 riots. And she says when police moved in, she says protesters weren't doing anything, but police moved in and she moved away to get away from it. But then she says she heard police calling out and targeting her based on her description. Let me show you the pictures that she sent in to CBC News Network. She said they were shouting, the girl with the blue big pigtails, and then that they started, as she puts it, assaulting her. Beyond this, she says that police fired rubber bullets on her and that twice, and that this is the damage, some of the damage she felt as a result. Now, police have said time and time again, Andrew, that they did not use rubber bullets, that they fired blanks just to disperse the crowd. She says these pictures prove otherwise, and she has hired high-profile lawyer Clayton Ruby to argue her case, Andrew.
Well, Neil, whatever did actually happen, it is certainly generating a lot of discussion on our website. What are viewers saying about this story?
Yeah, it is the most commented story we have on cbcnews.ca. More than 1,000 comments. We pulled a selection of them, both sides of the spectrum here, Andrew. First of all, Zoe Morrow from Burlington, Ontario writes, protesting is always a dangerous activity, especially during high-profile events like the G20. This woman, Zoe writes, should have stayed home and written down her thoughts on a blog or something, or called up her local MP and wrote letters.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Here's 3 sites that you might want to go and do just that. I'll have all the links down below.
Another viewer who wrote to our website from Burton, New Brunswick says, if you go to a protest and a riot breaks out, you can't be that surprised. Would she have rather been shot with real bullets? Cry me a river.
She was shot on Sunday. The riots were Saturday.
Papa Joe disagrees, though, saying the picture is worth 1,000 words. 2 policemen with batons drawn on an unarmed woman lying on the ground. What harm did she do?
It wasn't until Tuesday until the police finally fessed up that there was actually bullets used on that day.
What were you doing?
I was standing here exactly like this.
And they shot you with
this. I was like that.
And they shot you with a plastic bullet.
In the knee. They didn't believe you. Oh, look, it made a hole right through my shorts, too. Oh, fuck, dude, that is going to be bumping tomorrow. Oh, yeah, dude. Let's see that.
I followed up on this guy's YouTube channel and his Flickr account, and after, oh, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, shit, that's what they're shooting.
No, let's get that.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, those are those new rubber bullets. That's what fucking rubber
Not that small.
You got a souvenir, eh?
It's fucking nuts.
Is it hurt?
Yeah,
that's not a.
That would bruise.
It's not a fucking paintball.
You don't want to get caught. No, it smells like sulfur.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you don't.
I'm sorry. But I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate. Only the unloved hate. The unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us